You begin your life as a translucent ribbon, drifting in the warm, rolling waters of a tropical reef. You are one of 1,000 leaf-shaped larvae, a leptocephalus, fragile and faceless. There's no one waiting for you, no parental gaze, no cradle but the ocean's rhythm. Your birth was not a moment of celebration, but a statistical gamble, one egg among thousands spawned into the sea. Still, here you are, a living thread in the water, drawn forward by instincts as old as coral. You are a Moray Eel. You feel in movement. Your body, as long and flat as a blade of seagrass, begins to coil in short experimental wriggles. A passing grouper almost sucks you in, its mouth a sudden vacuum. You twist violently, escaping into a slit between corals. You stay there, still as stone. While your primitive heart thuds against your ribs, your eyes, once faintly visible dots, become more focused. You begin to see the glitter of scales in the distance and feel your body coil in anticipation. The water around you is your cradle and your crucible. There's no one to teach you, but your body remembers what your ancestors endured. You start to learn the shape of safety. Narrow tunnels, shaded holes, the quiet after movement. You learn that silence means survival. You have no arms to reach, no legs to run, but your body is born to slither, to sense, to slip through crevices like a whisper. At this stage, you're transparent, nearly invisible to predators, and that's your best defense. But invisibility isn't invincibility. Food is scarce, but you don't need much, yet tiny particles drifting in the water, a microscopic meal here and there. Your tiny body absorbs what it can through your delicate skin and primitive gut, just enough to keep you pulsing onward. Every passing fish, every curling tentacle might spell your end. Hunger looms like a shadow even before you understand what it is. But somehow you're moving. A shift in the current tells you something large has passed. You drift closer to reef edges where there is shelter nooks, corals, ledges. You're no longer completely invisible. Your body darkens slightly, and the smooth flatness begins to transform into something thicker, more muscular. You're preparing for a different life, one that slinks instead of floats. You're drifting towards something darker, deeper, fuller of shapes and sounds and dangers. And in that danger lies your only chance to grow. The first few days are a blur of currents and instincts. You are light as jelly and about as tough. You don't think in words. By the end of your first week, you begin to sense vibration. Predators loom in every corner. That's the first time you feel fear. It's not just fear of being eaten. It's the terror of vanishing before you've ever lived. Your teeth begin to form nautony, needle-like points inside a jaw that can unhinge just slightly.
Right.
You're no longer a drifting ghost. You're becoming a hunter. It begins with a flicker. A small, fish-careless, bright wanders near the coral ledge where you've taken refuge. You're not sure why your body tenses. It doesn't just open, it unhinges, revealing a second set of jaws tucked deep in your throat. This is your secret weapon. The pharyngeal jaws, a Moray eel's evolutionary masterpiece. Unlike most fish, you don't suck prey into your mouth. You seize it with your outer teeth, then the hidden inner jaws shoot forward, pulling the prey down like a conveyor belt of doom. You only know that something inside you clenches like a spring. You taste the water. Chemical traces swirl past your nostrils. Your sense of smell is sharper than sight now, more trustworthy in this world of shadows. You miss the tail, but manage to scrape the fish's flank. Panics, flailing, and you dart forward again. It's time your outer teeth clamp down. The sea begins to feel smaller not because it is, but because you are growing. So precise they can snap a crab in half before the outer mouth even closes. Your once transparent skin has deepened into mottled greens, browns or yellows, depending on your species. Slick coat that protects you from abrasions and parasites. You've no scales like many fish, just smooth, slimy armor. It helps you twist through razor-thin crevices, as if the rocks themselves part for your passage. Perhaps you wear leopard spots, or tiger stripes, or mossy camouflage, like the algae-covered rocks. You are no longer soft and delicate. Your muscles are dense now, your spine a powerful whip. At over a foot long, you glide with intent rather than whim. Without thinking, you recoil into the rocks, a full-body reverse that feels like snapping a slingshot. The predator darts past, confused by your sudden disappearance. A shock pulses through your body, not pain, but pressure, as muscles engage in a way they never have before. Driving water through your pharynx to extract oxygen, it gives you that eerie look, mouth always opening and closing like you're silently cursing the sea. You chase away smaller eels who wander too close. When food is plentiful, you tolerate them. When it's not, you bare your teeth. And sleepy. It's not just the meal, it's the energy spike. Your metabolism is slow, specialized. You don't need to eat every day. But when you do, you feast. Your inner jaws grab hold and drag the fish into your throat. You edge forward, body rippling in hypnotic waves. Your jaw opens slowly. You lunge. It's awkward. Your first strike. It's over in seconds. It feels like eternity. The fish wriggles all the way down, and your entire frame bulges as it moves through your gut. Digestive enzymes get too work acidic, precise. Moray eels don't chew. Your stomach is your executioner. In a few hours, bones dissolve, muscles melt, and your body absorbs every scrap of protein and fat. You feel warm afterward, full in a way you've never felt, and you remember. Not in the way humans remember, but in a cellular way. Your body catalogs the motion of the hunt, the scent of prey, the timing of the strike. You've learned something that no teacher could ever give you. You've learned what it means to be a predator. Weeks pass. Your jaw is bigger bone, cruelly curved, lined with teeth like needles, and your pharyngeal jaws. They've gotten faster, stronger, something stirs deeper inside, a sensation of friction where your skin meets stone. Your mucus layer thickens, the reef is alive with movement, but you are learning to move quieter than them all. Still, you are not invincible. One evening, a shadow falls across your hiding place. It's a barracuda, long and silver and fast as lightning. Your senses scream. You don't breathe water like other fish with pumping gills. You have to open and close your mouth rhythmically. Your body's changing, but your instincts evolve too. You begin to understand territory. You have favorite caves now, favorite ambush spots. You don't have friends, but you have places that feel like yours. And in the underwater kingdom, ownership is everything. Then comes the week of silence. The reef that once buzzed with life is quiet. The water is warmer than usual. Fewer fish dart by. You feel it in your gut, first hunger, sharper than before. Your body enters a kind of stasis, minimizing movement, digesting whatever scraps remain. Your skin grows dull, mucus thinner. A wound on your side from a crustacean's claw festers slightly. You feel sluggish, your reactions delayed, even your vision dimmed under the stress. You search, slinking from rock to rock, but the prey are gone, or hiding better than you. You wait in your cave, conserving energy. Your metabolism slows. This is when the ocean tests you. Hunger overrides hesitation. You launch. Your jaws snap shut. Your inner mouth drags the fish inward, and your gut reignites with life. One night, while you lie motionless beneath a ledge, a sea snake slides by, its body shimmering with venom and purpose. It doesn't notice you. Your skin gleams with mature patterns, perhaps a speckled green that blends with seaweed or a dusky brown that mimics stone. Your teeth are weapons, your senses honed. You no longer flee the reef's shadows. You are one. You don't feel love in the human sense, but your body pulses with the ancient command to reproduce. In others, individuals can change sex depending on population needs. You might have been born one way, but become another. Biology is fluid here, not fixed. You leave your cave under the moonlight, drawn by chemical signals in the water. There is no courtship song, no bouquet of sea anemones. There is only a spiraling dance, bodies entwining, mouths agape, tails brushing. For hours you circle and coil, tension rising. And then, in a rush of instinct and motion, gametes are released, clouds of sperm and eggs cast into the current. Somewhere out there is another eel, a mate. You don't know who. You don't know where, but your body compels you forward. You don't move. Even the beating of your heart feels like a risk. You've learned something new about survival. Sometimes victory is not in the strike, but in the stillness. Days stretch, your body thins. The cave you claimed in youth is no longer enough. You roam farther, chasing off intruders with gaping jaws and undulating warnings. When another eel slips too close, you clash jaw to jaw. body to body in a silent, twisting dance of dominance. You don't speak, but the language of bites and bluffs is clear. And then motion. A school of silvery fish, driven from deeper water by something unknown, rushes into the reef. One darts too close to your cave. Your body warms. The danger has passed. But the lesson remains. Even apex predators can starve. You are now a full-grown moray eel, over 5 feet long, thick as a human thigh, and coiled with confidence. With size comes power, and with power comes territory. This is also the season when something stranger stirs. In some moray species, males seek females. You finally find a potential mate, just as large, just as scarred. There are no promises, no parenting, just probability. You watch the cloud disperse, feel your body relax. You've done what nature demanded. Now the sea reclaims you. There's no cradle, no gentle lullaby for your offspring. Your role, like that of nearly every moray eel, ends at fertilization. Still, that moment when you and your partner release the future into the open ocean left something behind. But somewhere in your reptilian brain, there's a flicker, biochemical quiet that follows the storm of mating. Let your muscles ache. You retreat to your rocky sanctuary, curling your long body into its familiar groove. It left meaning, continuation, a ripple in the vast blue that says, I was here. Others live for years more, returning to their solitary routines. You don't know which path you'll follow, but for now, you rest. There's a silence in your body that wasn't there before. The eggs become drifting shapes, and one of them, maybe just one, will one day grow into something that tastes water with 2 sets of jaws. It coils silently through coral that disappears into shadows. You have no clock, but your body knows. You hunt less, glide more. You remain longer in your cave, watching the reef as it bustles on without you. Fish flash by like memories. You rise slightly, head tilted into the current, tasting the water not for prey but for peace. No fear, no hunger. Shadows deepen earlier in the day. The eggs, tiny orbs, suspended in the current, drift freely at the mercy of tides and temperature. Eggs drift somewhere. A ribbon of a baby eel flutters through moonlit waves. It does not know you, but it carries what you gave. Shape, a drive, a way of gliding through stone and silence. They are alone as you once were, suspended between danger and potential. No parent guards them. No one gathers food or fends off predators. You have grown from a ghost-like larva into a force of nature that carves paths through coral with only your body and your will. You have seen predators become prey, rivals become echoes, caves become kingdoms. This is nature's design and numbers game of staggering odds. You may have released tens of thousands of eggs. The ocean offered no applause. But your survival, your sheer persistence, was its own kind of triumph. Perhaps only a handful will survive long enough to become leptocephaly like you once were. Maybe only one. You feel no longing, no emptiness. Your instincts don't run on sentiment. Some moray eels don't survive long after reproduction. You do not raise children, but you have started a chain. The ocean takes the eggs. Someone like you have lived through darkness and light, through hunger and feasting, through fear and the fierce rush of the hunt. You never needed praise. But now, as the seasons shift and the waters cool slightly, you slow. Not from weakness, but from rhythm. You close your mouth more often now. And then, one evening, as the sun bleeds into the horizon and paints the water with molten gold, you slip from your cave one last time. Only stillness. The world turns on, and the reef keeps breathing. You have vanished, but you are not gone. You have become the sea.